You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. You can have hundreds of friends online and no one to call at 2 a.m. You can live in a city of millions and feel like you're the only person who exists. If that sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're not failing at life. You're just living in a world that was designed to make you feel this way. The loneliness epidemic nobody talks about. Let's start with something most people don't realize. Loneliness has doubled in the last 50 years. In the 1980s, most people said they had at least 3 close friends they could confide in. Today, the most common answer is 0. 0! And it's not just friendships. Nearly half of adults report feeling lonely on a regular basis. Social isolation is now considered as dangerous to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But here's what's strange. We're more connected than ever. We have smartphones, social media, instant messaging, video calls. We can reach anyone, anywhere, anytime. So why do we feel so alone? The ancient answer. The Stoics understood something we've forgotten. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "We were born to work together, like feet, hands, and eyes, like the 2 rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural." Notice what he's saying. Connection isn't optional. It's not a lifestyle choice or a personality trait. It's built into the structure of being human. But here's the part nobody mentions. Ancient people weren't just connected to each other. They were connected to something larger than themselves. Shared rituals, shared stories, shared purpose. They belonged to something. What we lost. Somewhere along the way, we traded belonging for independence. We were told that freedom means not needing anyone, that success means standing alone, that asking for help is weakness. Aristotle said humans are social animals, not social by choice, social by nature. Epictetus, often misunderstood as a hedonist, actually built his entire philosophy around friendship. He created a community called the garden where people lived, ate, and philosophed together. He said, "Of all the things which wisdom provides to make us entirely happy, much the greatest is the possession of friendship. Not wealth, not status, not achievement. Friendship, the trap of radical individualism." Modern life tells you a different story. It says, build your personal brand, optimize yourself, hustle alone, be self-sufficient. And if you feel lonely, that's your fault. You're not trying hard enough. You're not interesting enough. You're not worthy enough. But that's not true. Loneliness isn't a personal failure. It's a cultural condition. We've built a world where community has been replaced by competition, where neighborhoods have been replaced by commutes, where third places, cafes, parks, community centers have disappeared. Epictetus, the Stoic slave turned philosopher, taught that some things are within our control and some things aren't. You can't control the structure of modern society, but you can control how you respond to it. Pause for a moment. Take a breath. Feel your body in the chair. Notice the weight of your feet on the ground. You are here. You are real. You are not alone in feeling alone. Thousands of people are watching this right now, feeling the exact same thing you're feeling. That's not coincidence. That's proof that this loneliness isn't about you. It's about all of us. A different kind of community. If you're resonating with this, I want to invite you into something. We're building a community of people who think like this, who value ancient wisdom over modern noise, who want depth, not distraction. It's growing fast. Thousands of people who are tired of feeling disconnected and are choosing a different path. No pressure, no hype, just thoughtful people exploring what it means to live well. If that sounds like where you belong, join us. The link's in the description. What the ancients knew about meaning. Here's what the Stoics understood that we've forgotten. Loneliness isn't just about lacking people. It's about lacking shared meaning. You can be at a party full of people and feel completely isolated if you don't share values, purpose, or understanding with anyone there. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." He wasn't talking about personal achievement. He was talking about contribution, about being part of something that continues beyond you. Ancient communities were built around this. Rituals that connected you to your ancestors, stories that connected you to your descendants, work that connected you to your neighbors. You weren't just an individual. You were a thread in a larger fabric. The modern illusion. We've been sold the idea that meaning is something you create alone. Find your passion, build your empire, make your mark. But meaning doesn't work that way. Meaning is relational. It exists between people, not inside them. Aristotle said the highest form of friendship isn't based on pleasure or utility. It's based on shared virtue, on wanting the best for each other and growing together. That kind of friendship is rare today. Not because people are worse, but because we don't have the structures that support it. You're not broken. If you feel lonely, you're not defective. You're responding normally to an abnormal situation. Humans weren't designed to live like this, isolated in apartments, staring at screens, performing connection instead of experiencing it. The Stoics would say, recognize what you can't control and focus on what you can. You can't rebuild society overnight, but you can take one small step toward real connection. Small steps, ancient wisdom. Epictetus said, "It is not so much our friends' help that helps us, as the confidence of their help." Just knowing someone would be there matters. So here's a question to sit with. Who in your life would you want to call if something went wrong? And have you told them that? Not in a dramatic way, just let them know they matter. That's how connection starts. Not with grand gestures, with small, honest moments. You are part of an unbroken chain of human beings stretching back thousands of years. Every single one of them felt what you're feeling. Every single one of them needed others to survive. You are not separate from that. You are not exempt from that. You are human. And being human means needing each other. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Meditate often on the interconnectedness and mutual interdependence of all things in the universe." You are already connected. You always have been. Sometimes you just need to remember, loneliness isn't a problem to solve. It's a signal, a reminder that you're wired for something deeper than what modern life offers. The ancient philosophers knew this, and they left us a path back, not to some idealized past, but to the truth of what we are. Social creatures, meaning makers, part of something larger. You're not alone in feeling alone. And that, strangely enough, is where hope begins. Thanks for being here. If this resonated, you know what to do.